We got 1-0 on the left-hand side versus Lynn on the right-hand side. Lynn, since he was relegated to the lower bracket by 1-0, has just destroyed people. With ease. 3-1 versus Kaho. 4-1 versus Lawliot. There was no chance for anyone in his way. 2 former teammates. Team ELL, the L was Eer0 and Lynn, and the other was Lawliot, of course. Also at newbie. But that's a long time ago. We got a DK. We got a ghoul opener. 1-0 surprised us all. When was it? Wednesday? By playing Tet Fiends versus Lynn. I don't really know if we will see that again. We got Terraner Stand and no Dreadlord. I got no clue how Terraner Stand plays out. I feel like the Blade Master should have a solid time creeping in the middle or just harassing, whatever it is. But yeah, standard opening thus far. And Lynn's Blade Master. What a force to be reckoned with. To be honest, guys, I think Lynn could have defeated Kaho and Lawliot with Blade Master only. That's how good his Blade Master was. Like, that damn good. If he plays a Blade Master like this versus 1-0, it's gonna be incredibly difficult for 1-0 to take the series again. But 1-0 surprised me many times this tournament. He did so in the quarterfinal, in the semifinal. His performance yesterday was also better than expected.
A player's forces are under attack.
But maybe he got demotivated from what happened yesterday versus 1-0. So far, almost a pacifistic start if you exclude the ruthless murder towards creeps. Lynn, I think he very much loves the Blade Master. He sometimes voiced a bit of frustration that it's so item dependent. For now, Gloves of Haste will boost his damage, but nothing for the big red numbers yet. Grunt Scout, last hit, nice attention to detail. 1-0 clears the big camp for the item, so the Blade Master can't steal it, blasting through the coils. But Lynn is here, and this is exactly what made him so strong in the lower bracket. These timings, reading opponents' creep routes. Oh, snack the Tome of Agility here, eh? So 1-0 dealing with this better than most people did yesterday. But this base is wide open, is it not? Oh, it was for a long time. I just praised him for the scouting of the blade and the reveal of the blade, and then the wall off was a little bit too late, and all of a sudden you got a Blade Master infestation. Poor 1-0, man. This is what happens to him today and yesterday. Happy was gunning for his acolytes. Now Lynn is gunning for his acolytes. Mr. 8-Man is gunning for the raid on me. Hello, welcome, Soul 8-Man Raiders. I hope you're ready for some great tricasts when 8-Man and Carson are joining me later today for the War 3 Champions Finals. And I hope you had a good morning with Mr. Soul, same as I did. I think 1-2-0's early game's looking good. Level 3. No items stolen. A couple of... one creep maybe stolen. No acolyte going down. I feel this is very much fine. The problem is, Lynn is only getting stronger. The first 5 minutes, Blade Master gameplay only. Now he's gonna be reinforced by Shadowhunter to help him creep. Usually help him creep. But Lynn has other plans. He once again... Oh, I was about to say sick escape, but no. Longsword, long enough to get another kill here. Blade Master is not part of the creeping. But 120 seems to know that the Shadow Hunter wants to creep. He doesn't have that much on the map. Let's go. Interesting to see that Lynn is opening up Blade Master Grunt. And only one Grunt. Into Wyvern. Because it should be Wyvern. Ox! Thank you, mate. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good ladder grind. You're coming in to see the greatest orc of all the times perform against one of the best undeads of all times as well. So instead of the Blade Master stealing items and XP from the undead, it's the other way around. I really like how both play around each other. DK doesn't want to level at the moment anyway, as the XP should mostly be on the lich. 120 trying to put... has to defend against the Blade. But there's not much the Blade Master is able to do. Got maybe one ghoul kill. 2 ghoul kills maybe. But most importantly, Acolytes are still there. Lumber economy is fine. The big question is, how do you answer Wyvern? 3 ghouls? 3 ghouls. They are disposable though. It's not the end of the world. XP is way more important than that, I think. Item hunting continues. Went of mana stealing. Wyvern are only scary in high numbers and with envenomed spears. So far, we're not there yet. Blade Master isn't level 3 yet. Shadow Hunter, 0 progress. Of course, you'd love to have a high level lich, but if you need them for the base defense, that's a nice trade. So, at the moment, we don't have a single anti-air unit. 120 got the kill here, by the way. Pretty sick. So yeah, that Shadow Hunter is a problem. What's the anti-air solution? Just Nova and Destroyers then? Ooh, behind enemy lines. 120 is kinda close. Shadow Hunter gets Rune Bracers. Amazing defensive item for Lynn. Oh, he's anticipating this. With towers coming in, but he probably anticipated Wyvern. Not a dropping Blade Master, so... yeah, who stuck you with whom is the question. I think you can see the excellence of both players very, very early on in the series. For the entire day, we will have to raise the question how good Lynn's stamina is. Can he endure 2 long best of 7 series? But I guess with the right prep, he absolutely should. So this harass is annoying. It's like mentally taxing, I'd say. Resource-wise, Lynn is a little bit ahead, and now the big push is coming in. With a Dark Ranger, he really seems to be not intimidated by Wyvern at all. TC third by Lynn once again. Rather atypical. And maybe the Dark Ranger, well, it can't be really a response to the TC because he doesn't know that yet. Book of the Dead into the base. Destroyer upgrade is finished, so he can go for Dispel rather quickly. And the Shadow Hunter was left behind. First mistake by Lynn. Level 3 Shadow Hunter served on a silver platter. He felt too comfortable in that undead base, and usually an elite gamer like Lynn, this doesn't happen to him. Nerves? Shaky? Not properly warmed up? That was too easy, and of course, you gotta worry if you're a Lynn fan, because 120's first maps in this series are always the weakest, and if you can pump it up, from this. That is scary for Lynn. Can he save it somehow? Dark Ranger got the silence. Lich is on the verge of level 3. Expansion is coming in. Lynn needs a little bit of a miracle. Oh, still not level 3. At least there's the cement upgrade Shadowhunter being caught in the altar. That's rough. We have spikes, so ghouls are getting hurt. How fascinating that is. Wyvern on tier 3. One of the best units you can have. And all that apparently 120 needs is one Garg. Oh, split second, but the Shadowhunter, he's trapped. He's trapped. Oh my god. Now the town portal. 120 realizes he can't get out. Silence though. There is no heal wave, and it is not even a TP. It's only a tele staff. Disastrous game for Lynn to open up the series. And I think nobody could have seen that coming, huh? This derailed quickly. It's a rather unique map. Yeah, Lynn is just getting slaughtered here now, and 120 beautifully takes map number 1 in this best of 7. For the final, he is aiming for revenge against Happy for what transpired yesterday.
Before we jump into Game 2, a quick thanks to our sponsor, Opera GX, the browser built for gamers. It's fast, doesn't hog your RAM, and comes with Twitch, Discord, and music right in the sidebar. If you want something better than Chrome, the link's in the description. And now, let's get into the next game.
And maybe Lynn doesn't feel too comfortable with the blade today, as he is switching it up. Farseer Headhunter on Autumn Leaf. The variety of play can make Lynn rather strong. It can just be the same old strat that we have seen before with Headhunter Wyvern. He did play this, right? Once in their encounter in the winner bracket semifinal, but only for one map. He still went tri-hero. And this is what we should expect. A little bit more stability. Maybe felt a little shaky. You know, sometimes you got that mouse feel and sometimes you don't. That's been confirmed by many players. Like when you step on a football pitch, you know, sometimes you feel the ball, sometimes you don't. As with everything in life, I guess. So, Farseer can operate from range, is less timing dependent. Pressure is on the undead pretty much the entire time. Summons help. And of course, we're gonna enjoy the last week where piercing damage is so good. It's gonna be interesting how 120 deals with that. Last time they played this, it was on Echo Owls. Autumn Leaf's a bit different, even though it's rather brawl heavy, with a heavy focus on the mid due to all that XP and all the bounty. And again, economy harass. I don't know if everybody just figured this out. This is like 120 specific, or if it's their way in general. Lynn does a lot more economy harass, also versus Night Elf. But it's also rather natural. It's just a pattern that stands out recently. Shop edit now, because there's no damage on the Farseer, so you can edit at a convenient time. But Lynn gotta be careful. These ghouls, man. Little mischiefs. Can they get this around? Ooh, with the help of the area of the doodads of the little Rockies. That's one kill, but Chain Lightning also gets one. Gets two, actually. Every ghoul, every headhunter will slow down creeping. Troll throws an end snare. This happened to 1-0 yesterday against Happy, where Happy beautifully manipulated the Murloc, no, the Troll also, to throw a net at the most inconvenient time. Heroes are killing each other. Chain Lightning to kill the ghoul before the coil arrives. With that, it's a deny on that side. Don't tell me he saves this one. Has to invest the coil to get the grunt, so that's 200 gold gone, a chunk of experience. But so many ghouls falling. Headhunter grunt as well, but the damage is still on the field for Lynn. Beautifully executed. Farseer is very hurt though. So map control will remain with 1-2-0. Can that accelerate to level 3? And if he doubles down with the Dark Ranger... Oh, careful, buddy. If he gets level 3 and throws the coil, Farseer is dead. Didn't get level 3 though. Whoo. Bloody early game. Bloody early game. And this is exactly what we want to see from these two, right? Fight forever. Big mistake though. By 1-2-0. In the heat of the battle, he forgot his graveyard. This is way too late. Graveyard means you can't build a slaughterhouse. He prioritized the Lich, no Dark Ranger double down, and he prioritized the tech. But the tech is already at 1/3. That is not good at all. Lynn on the other side, teching to tier 3. And the Shadowhunter is here for some mid-map creeping, I'd say. Without the Lich, without any support, what can you really do if you're 1-2-0? Waltz off now. Waiting for his tier 3 again. Third hero should surely be the Dark Ranger. He's not one to play Alchemist much, from what we've seen. And against Headhunters, it just makes sense. We won't have too many ghouls for the Ghoul Frenzy timing. The TC still has a lot to creep. All that point towards Lynn win.
Thank you for all the content over the years.
Let's go, mate. CGM JMM 2006 with the 47 month. Big 4 years coming soon. Shadowhunter unlocks the heal wave. 1-2-0. Make sure once again, similar to Terraner's stand, that Lynn can't creep whatever he wants. But similar to how undeads are oftentimes creeping with ghouls, he's just doing that with the wolf to block and soak up damage, and the headhunters to deal the damage. So he's still leveling while contesting. I think that is a beautiful way of playing this mid game. And he's not adding a second beastery, it's a Torrent Totem. So Walker's coming. And maybe even Torrent, because tier 3 is unlocked there as well. So if 1-2-0 decides that Fiends are good, or even Ghouls, man, anything on the ground should be countered by Lynn. Oh my god, he got a Magi. Holy moly, Chain Lightning. That Lich is very hard. Unbelievable multitasking by Lynn. Jesus. Incredible. Incredible. You need the Lich. You need the Lich.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Boo Boo. Thank you for the 4 months. Yeah, you need the Lich on a high level. Dark Ranger trying to salvage things now. We got the first Wyvern for the damage, and he is indeed going Torrent. No pulverize just yet, but they always have their built-in mini pulverize. So, AoE damage from Tauren, TC, and Farseer on the ground against ghouls. I think you have to go for, like, you have to go heavy into destroyers and then pray. That's what you can do. It is looking extraordinary for Lynn. Both games that we've seen, rather one-sided. Here comes the Tauren. And how do you successfully deal with that when you don't have that many destroyers, when you don't have a high-level Coil Nova? Man, it feels like Lynn has a newfound appreciation for that heavy ground unit of orcs. A signature unit. Good to see Lynn striking back. In dominant fashion. Man, I know, like a lot of people, me included, probably fancy Blade Master play more. It's just more explosive. Big red numbers. More elegant. Like the sword dance style that a lot of people like. But this Farseer play worked out really well. From start to finish, really. Level 2, finally. But the TC controls everything. Always threatening a storm. Dark Ranger doesn't have silence yet. There's nothing really happening in the base that 1-0 can look forward to. Now we got the silence. Big level up. Still waiting for the bigger Nova. We go for Pulverize. We go for End Snare. Lynn can still get big power spikes without breaking upkeep. TC has the ring. I always appreciate that. I think that goes for Rumo as well. 2 armor isn't that much to get Coil Nova. I know. But the ring adds a lot of survivability. Nova gets the Tauren. And there's no walker with upgrades to revive him. Maybe 1-0 has a chance. Maybe he can take that fight. With the Destroyer Morph, that's his last power spike, really? Save the Destroyer to the side. Not too many ghouls on the ground anymore. Damage done. But Lynn, I think, was banking quite a bit. Can easily replace these losses. DC got the potion. Took that away. And Lynn is back at 50. 4-1-0. A little bit harder to recover. He tried to catch up pretty much the entire game so far. 3-2-2 versus 3-3-1. That second level Shadow Heal Wave is really good. Lynn has a wide variety of interesting builds these days. Mixing in Tauren versus Night Elf, now versus Orc. Switching between Blade Master and Farseer. Oh, Shadow? Not again, brother. Not again. 400 gold. Maybe banking for a tiny. Tauren is coming in. The Purges, you know. Orb of Lightning always procs against the Destroyer and Statue, as you know. Shadowhunter, no Invo Potion. TC gives him the big healing, and that was necessary. Dark Ranger's silence was on him. He couldn't have heal waved himself there. But the nuke didn't work. It was used as a bait. And now Lynn seems confident once again. He's operating a little more from range than before. And with that, he's getting so many kills. Two ghouls and a statue, I think. Plus, we're contesting for the red spot. Rocket Penguin, 1 full year. Thank you, mate. Stomp. Oh, he gets another consumable as well. Like, these engagements, they're supposed to be 50-50 engagements, but there's not much 50-50 with that. The heal potion, again, wonderful to keep the TC intact. Usually, the orc should be running out of mana, since the undead is constantly restoring mana with the statue. But that's not the case here. The statue only coming in now. Lynn very conservative with his spells. The Dark Ranger is left behind. The Lich as well was blocked. One coil to the rescue. Lich Invo Potion. Maybe there is a chance here, but I don't think so, man. The Headhunters are standing tall. What the hell are 1-2-0's heroes doing? I got no clue. They're falling, that's for sure. Trying to evacuate via the right-hand side. It does work. Only the Dark Raider down. This could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. And with that, 1-2-0 is somewhat... like, he's still in the game. But he's in the game because he decides to stay in the game. Not because he has a great chance. What a beautiful decision making to contest the spot, invest the items. Every spell usage was probably the correct one. Farseer is low on mana now, but he can still use another heal wave. The creeping in the mid game and early game, the multitasking, just wonderful. A complete 180 compared to game 1. Acolytes getting slaughtered as so often in recent 1-2-0 games. Damage done, 1-2-0 supply block. Lynn can go up to 70 food. Can trade in the Ancient Django for soon a tiny Great Hall.
Players' forces are under attack.
Levels just way above, man. Way above. We got ourselves the anticipated back and forth series. We all enjoyed that already in the upper bracket semi-final. In the best of 5. Now we're gonna have even more back and forth in a potential best of 7. So if you're a player in the War 3 Champions finals, I think we can be sure that this gotta be starting later. TC, nuke! But the heal wave was there as so often. We have a mana potion as well. Interesting that the TC keeps the endurance aura. But yeah, slaughter. No chance. GG. More than twice the food on the side of Lynn. And the War Chief of the Horde is back in the series. Ties it up 1-on-1. So while we have no surprises on 1-2-0's side, and he sticks with the DK and the ghouls, Lynn also sticks with the Farseer and Headhunter. This is something he played in the upper bracket versus 1-2-0. And then afterwards he switched back to Blade. We'll see if we have more Farseer action here today. Ooh, Expo play. Undead Expo play against the Farseer. That is one of the main reasons for Lynn to pick the FS.
A player's forces are
Range attacks, wolf attacks. This is not uncommon, a fast expansion undead. On some big maps you can do it, like Twisted. And since the rush distance here on Echo Isles from base to Expo is this big, you do have a little bit of time. Do you have enough time? And can you defend against this? Seems like Lynn has a very good idea. He's going for a quick level 2. 1-2-0 with the Shadow Priest here, by the way. Stole that one away. And so he got Dispel versus Wolves. I really like that move. If you can keep the Shadow Priest up. Which isn't too easy against the Farseer with all these range attacks. But you can always heal a little bit. Shocky Coil. And now, Farseer gotta be careful to not be surrounded. If he has to TP out here, it will take way too long to march across the map again. So a telestab might be advised, but he goes for a circlet instead. Headhunter's coming in. How far is... Oh, the Ziggurat is finished already. Going for a Nerub Tower. The prime target is, of course, the gold mine. But with the Farseer this hurt, how much can you really do? Constantly tag in the Farseer, so no damage coming out from there. Grunt almost dead. Headhunter not much damage. The main unit is the wolves at the moment, and these wolves might just be enough, and it is. At what cost? Grunt down. Headhunter chased as well. 2 units. Farseer health also down the dumpster. And the Haunted was just started, right? It also gives the DK level 2. So while it was a problem already to run away from DK and ghouls, now we got the Unholy Aura, so it's getting even trickier. I think for now that's worth it. The question is, how's the follow-up for Lynn? He doesn't have a shop at the tavern. Is he going Firelord? Doesn't have map presence here really. Good wolf block. Oh, the attention to detail, the multi-screening. Okay, this very much looks like a Firelord. Off we go. Oh man, does it hurt 1-0 that his Shadow Priest is gone. But it cost Lynn a Chain Lightning and a lot of time, so... yes, it's worth it. Can the ghouls defend here now? This lava spawn might turn into a nightmare if it splits. Farseer still has a TP. Coil slowed. Frostborn hungers. Farseer gone, but he needs to cancel the expansion a second time. And he will. There is a lot of ghouls, but again, the question at what cost? You can't get the Firelord out here. Surrounded, killed, extra XP. Next question. How can you answer either Mass Raiders or Wyvern? Lynn is losing everything. Lynn is losing everything. These Headhunters, again, easy kills. 1-0 is stuck on tier 1 though, so maybe it's not Raiders, but rather the answer, nicely done here, blocked by the Headhunter, is Wyvern. Because there is no anti-air except towers. That's probably the only thing that Lynn has left. But he's seriously saving this. Feels like the upper echelon of Warcraft 3 has stepped up their game when it comes to multitasking. Gotta operate on many different screens, as in many other RTS. Farseer is back, he was rather low level. Good denies by Lynn across the board. This could / should have been a way higher DK with all the kills. He got a little bit now. Without the graveyard, you don't get Spirit Towers. And without Spirit Towers, you really have no damage against air. Lynn can still win this with Wyvern. Expo isn't up for another 30 seconds. We only got 2 though. Cool, there is help now with Shadow Priest and Berserkers. Otherwise, Wyvern are untouchable. Very, very, very timing dependent. If 1-0 gets the tech up, he's easily gonna win this game. On 2 bases, Lynn with Farseer Firelord. There is a very specific use case for Farseer Firelord, and that is killing Expos. And smart by Lynn to identify that the graveyard is late. Yeah, it's basically down to the Berserkers. Can they be sniped from Lynn's side? First Wyvern down. I feel like that shouldn't really happen. But it's level 2 coil now. Graveyard again. Actually surprised that he didn't build it at the expo. And 1-0 is stabilizing. Clock is ticking. Oh, he did build it. He's faking the late graveyard. Oh, that is beautiful. Nice little mind games between them. Helps to wall off a bit as well, I reckon. That is incredible. And Lynn is falling for it. He's sacrificing so much damage on that graveyard, thinking he can block the tech tree for 1-2-0. And then he can't. Great. Like mastermind RTS. A little bit of a charade by both of the players. Or by 1-2-0 here in this case. And now Lynn is gonna see, whoops, this up. Can go Gargoyles, can go Wyvern. Can go Wyvern, can go Fiends. Can go Spirit Towers, can go Lich. Phenomenal. Really good recovery. This game was in a knife edge for a little bit, but Lynn had to invest a lot to cancel the expansion the first time. Wolves chasing. Oh, now the combo of Nerub Tower for the slow and Spirit Tower for the damage. Every tower defense player would be pleased to see this. For the second cancel, he had to give up on his heroes. Then there was no third cancel anymore. He did good damage in the main. Try it with Wyvern as much as you can. But yeah, Lich and Fiends it is. As Lynn aiming for the last switch. He doesn't want to face the Lich actually. Hold. So much damage by Lynn. Can he hold? He has the resources. And yeah, ghouls are cleaning up the raiders. It is a supply lead for Lynn, but for how long? And how does this scale? He is on 1 base. He's not competitive. He doesn't have tier 3. Bouncing between the 2 bases. Since he has pillage, there's always a little bit of income when he hits these units and buildings. But of course, nothing like a second base. And he's losing raiders for it. And yeah, now that Web is online. Not that Lynn is not getting any kills. But you see the writing on the wall. With a big fat adding. The XXL version. And that is the nature of the series. 1-2-0 wins the neutral map, then Lynn takes his losers map. Now 1-2-0 takes his losers map. It is fascinating that Lynn is getting so many kills. Ensnare, surround, kill. Strength of the ghouls. Maybe 1-2-0 should have gone for a wand of negation or something. But yeah, if it's only raiders, you can't outsmart 1-2-0 in those situations, I feel. It is a lot of kills, by the way. He's playing it like... Lynn is doing as good as he can. Lesser orcs would have tapped out. Lesser orcs would have given up already. 1-2-0 only has 33 food, man. He lost every single fiend. Is this a wait a minute moment? 1-2-0 gave up on the chase. This raider lives. Do not tell me that Lynn wins this game. 1-2-0 contact to tier 3. The shop. Ooh, almost gone. Double mana potion. Every end snare leads to a kill. For the most part. We have frost armor now, which is great to slow down raiders. For the kills. With no shop, you can't get statues. Lich! You gotta save these statues. You can't build them back. Oh my god. That is gnarly. If 1-0 loses the statues, there's a real chance for Lynn. Otherwise, heroes might be able to deal with it. I would love to know how much gold he got with pillage. No more rod, no more potions, no more statues after this one that's alive. And Lynn has a shop up now. I cannot believe my eyes.
A player's forces are
You gotta
under
respond again. Lynn aiming for the tech. Altar is back. This is a great amount of gold thanks to pillage. And with Ensnare, you prevent the repair. Tech had to be cancelled. The tech is gone. Oh my god. This didn't just happen. He can't go to tier 3. He can't get a third hero. Is 1-0 getting overwhelmed by raiders? It very much looks like it. The DK has no TP. He's surrounded and he's dead. Level 4. Lynn wins. This was never, ever, ever, ever allowed to work. Ever. Huge mistakes by 1-0 to donate every single fiend into the orc meat grinder. But the fighting spirit of Lynn, seeing the win con, seeing that his opponent is making mistakes and punishing it every step of the way. It's another DK. So Lynn is bouncing between Farseer and Blade. Understandable, always map dependent. For 1-0 we shouldn't expect too many experiments anymore. Echo Isles is an expansion map where you can try stuff. Maybe if we see Twisted, that's another chance for an expo. Or a Dreadlord. Yeah, he got to focus. Maybe he got a bit complacent. He shouldn't have been outplayed like that. So, two choices now basically. Either you're mentally defeated, or you pull yourself up and return that favor. 1-0 has been pretty damn great at playing from behind this tournament. And yeah, I said, maybe it's not a good sign that he wins the first map. And it wasn't. But no last hits here for Lynn at the turtle camp. Very nice.
player's forces are under attack.
The 1-0 trying to unlock Unholy Aura. Lynn. Headhunters. Tech into Headhunters. So far he was not able to get a steal. That is a relatively early commitment to Headhunters, I gotta say. So there might be a reason for this. A lot of players now. Oh, another nice last hit. A lot of players at the arrival of tier 2 go to the middle, especially like with orcs involved, because the Ogre Lord, biggest reward on the map. You attack him, he follows you, you trap him, and everybody wants to counterplay. Like either you want to do that or you want to counterplay that. So we'll see what it is. Thank you, BZ82 for the 2 month. Big push across the map. Lots of ghouls involved. Keeping orc heroes low is a priority. Then finally got something, right? No, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. He's getting all the last hits. And this is twice as impressive when you see how Lynn outplayed the Night Elves in the lower bracket. Against the Night Elves, every single creep went to Lynn. Against 1-2-0, that doesn't work. So shows once again that the undead players are better than the Night Elf players. And now Lynn's Blade Master is in trouble. Does he have enough damage before the Windwalk? Is there another reveal? Knows. Man, 1-2-0. Incredibly strong so far on map 4. Good heck. So even though there was no last hit by Lynn here, the XP didn't go to the DK either, and that prevents level 3. They are playing a very, very close game here, even though I think 1-0 has some solid advantages. This can backfire. Well, the undeads have 13 units, the Night Elves have 4. Well, the Orc has only 1. It can't be an argument then, right? Classic Lich follow-up. And Lynn? It's an interesting build, isn't it? Headhunter into Wyvern. On this map, Wyvern can give you so much vision. Vision is oftentimes obfuscated by these little tree lines here. When Wyverns are above that, you see a lot. And it's an incredibly disruptive DK. That's the counterplay I mentioned. Like, you really, really, really want the Ogre. But it's so much wasted time. It's 1-1 heroes for Lynn.
Forces are under attack.
Ridiculous. And now the Lich takes him to the candy shop. Oh no. Not yet. Incredible early game by 1-0. But we've been there before. Just saying. Lynn can't get a foot on the ground here. It's really interesting how they pretty much destroy each other's momentum. In between maps, but also on maps. With one cheeky decision. This is what I mean. Like Wyvern over the tree. So much vision. It is the tug of war here over the Ogre Lord. In this hero-centric matchup, Orc vs Undead, every single point of XP matters. The blade is around. He missed a couple of shots here in this early game. If he hits this one, it might all be redeemed. Got one. And a ghoul. Not bad. Oh, Lynn is turning it up. All of a sudden, he got level 2. Holy moly. 3 hits 3 kills. Can he get the 4th? It's ridiculous! He steals the item though. And that's massive. Movement speed, one of the most important stats in all of Warcraft. Steals the endurance aura. Unreal sequence by Lynn once again. He's so good, dude. The timings, man. 6th sense in his fingers.
A player's forces are under attack.
I can see the jokes in the chat already, but we're not going there. Now, we go for the Autumn Leaves build again, huh? Headhunter, Wyvern, Kodo into Tauren. Very impressive. Lynn is still missing level 3s across the board. Oh, and he was a little cheap with the reinforced defenses. All of a sudden, great opportunity for 120 to keep Lynn's supply block. Thankfully, he made it to 50. Lugi, thank you for the continued clip support, man. That means the world. Grab that leaderboard lead. 120 can't prevent the Orb of Lightning. Now things are getting a little difficult due to the purge. So hero-wise, 120 thanks to the coil 2 should be ahead. Army-wise, fairly even. Stomp. Gigantic in the middle of it all. Coil in time. Burrow available. Oh, and there's no detection for Lynn if I see that correctly. That's a problem. Nice to see Burrow. We haven't seen it yesterday at all. Burrow comes and goes in waves always. Lich in trouble. Can he disable the DK for the coil? No chance. Another Burrow. Well, one Fiend burrows in the Kodo's back. Statue in the back taken out. Headhunter hurt. Double kill 120. And another web coming out. Silence beautifully placed on the Shadow Hunter, so healing prevented. But now healing is necessary for the Lich. Gets it. Blade Master damage numbers, of course, with Critical Strike. Not where they want to be. And he's playing cat and mouse with the burrow. Love to see it. And the Fiends are safe in the ground. Pin it with another super chat. Thank you for the 350. All Warcraft 3 players less than 3, less than 3, less than 3 pray. 100% mate. 100%. Couldn't agree more. Man, it's amazing to see support on YouTube. We don't get that much. Hell of an exchange by both of the players. Playing around the disables nicely. Dodging shots left and right. 120 ahead now. After getting lots and lots of kills. And again, I have to reiterate. 3 weeks ago, 120 was in competitive no man's land. Round of 8, maybe. And that was the end of the line. Now, looking like one of the best players in the world, which he absolutely is. He's looking like a top 4 player. At least. We do have level 3s now. It's getting a little sketchy for 120, to be honest. There's not much mana. Lynn's heroes are getting scary, and I love that he appreciates level 2 crit more. So many times I've seen orcs going pretty much nonsensically into Windwalk 2. Sometimes it makes sense, but rarely. When you know that there's a brawl ahead, Critical Strike is an essential. We are blessed to see Warcraft on this level. So close to double level ups for 120, and Lynn can't prevent that anymore. As good as his last hits were in the middle of the map, not the case anymore. So beyond the Shadow Hunter, amazing. More HP on the DK, very helpful. Lynn learned the lesson. He has the cement. He has pulverize. Even working on walkers now.
A player's forces are under attack.
If this game goes longer, Lynn has a very good shot of taking it. With the late game army comp. Can he land the stomp? Ooh, TC disabled. Nuked! Oh my god, he got him! No potion, no ring. The difference a ring makes compared to the Autumn Leaves game. Incredible. No more aura, no more stomp. Very little control. At some point, 120 has to deal with these torrents as they are doing a lot of damage. And now he got reveal against the Fiend. But the torrent falls. No Ancestral Spirit. He can't bring it back. Tries a little Hail Mary on the Lich, but it's repositioned. Blade Master, barely any mana. Nuked again. Ooh, and now reveal is missing on the undead side. Little bit of healing coming in, but 2 more units. 9 supply about to drop. Lynn down the dirt. Another Hail Mary, but he answers it with the coil. Blade Master revealed. Shots on him. Buys a potion. Has no time. Can't get the lid off. And 120 strikes back in this amazing series. 2-2. Grand execution by both players, man. This early game by 120, outstanding. We open up with Headhunters this time. So the difference compared to last map is no fast tech. More Headhunters, more damage out earlier. Trying to keep the ghouls at bay. And 120 sees this. This gives him the chance of going Dark Ranger second, even though he hasn't been a big fan of that so far as I've seen. So yeah, it's Blade Master Headhunters, everybody.
Player's forces are under attack.
Again, without mirror image, actually. So early Windwalker harass, trying to steal and get better steals than last game, or earlier. He had some good steals throughout the game. And he gets a good one here as well. Boom, level 2 creep route, maybe disrupted. Very good for momentum. On the last map, he couldn't get anything really. This is gonna be the mini game for the early. In the meantime, we tried to build a little Headhunter squad. To catch up with creeping. It's not the craziest Shadowhunter creep manip, right? On this map. Maybe the Sasquatches in front of your base? I'm actually not too sure about that. He's going aggressive. Oh, sick lasted. And with that, level 2 not disrupted. Wasn't enough. And Headhunters are living on a prayer. Once around, they're dead.
Are under attack.
You need Headhunters in high numbers. 6 of them, usually the magic number. Lynn stole the item. Yep. That is right. But 120 is getting revenge. Oh, can he steal that? Blade Master's right there, but exposed. No Windwalk currently. Lots of damage. Ghouls, skeletons. Threatening that Blade Master. The anti-Blade Master play by 120 is phenomenal. But Lynn got the item again. The stealing magpie. He might not... Oh, wait. He killed the mammoth too. 2 out of 3. Just when I said that it's phenomenal. Lynn shows me, okay, wait a second, buddy. I got some tricks up my sleeve. So yeah, Mammoth for Lynn, items for Lynn. Still level 2.3 on the DK. And early level 3 DK has been his backbone for pretty much the entire tournament. Matchup independent. This time, not allowed. 4 headhunters. Close to the magic number. And Shadowhunter is up. Where are we going? What's the camp you want to contest? 1-0 prioritizes teching. No second hero just yet while he's not level 3.
Under attack.
Scouting also. Skeletons everywhere all the time. We've had some gnarly fights. Pretty much right around here. When you're getting ambushed. Whoa! Okay, I was looking for that Sasquatch Furberg camp, but in front of Lynn's base, not in front of 120's base. Losing confidence here, and it's also very unusual to do this. Nice item snipe. Ring of the Archmagi, evasion creeping by 120 as well. Any special tricks with Zeppelins? I think so, right? We get an early walker this game. For more survivability maybe on headhunters? Dispel AoE against skeletons. 120 plays a lot of skeletons, as always. And also magic damage, fantastic versus ghouls, of course. Similar to how they are appreciated versus bears these days.
A player's forces are under attack.
Little creepjack. That's easy kills now. Easy kills. With coil level 2. Lich is coming in as well. Careful about that coil nova. Retreat it is. Lynn needs to catch up in levels. Shadowhunter needs to develop some progress as well. And of course we're waiting for the tier 3 on both sides. Isn't it nice when both races are using their full arsenal instead of these tier 2 things that we see in other matchups sometimes? Nonsense. Not a perfect retreat. 120 cannot. He cannot afford to lose these fiends like he did before. Big mana potion. Super helpful. Shadowhunter makes some progress. Also nice. Benny says I missed 4 maps due to real life. That is a bad excuse. You gotta make sure that when Lynn vs 120 and Happy are on the menu, there cannot be real life coming in the way. It is poor planning on your part, and I'm personally disappointed in you. Be better. There's 2 months of Super League coming up. You can't be slacking now. Nice last hit. Shadowhunter gets pretty smart. And 120 aiming for consumables. We haven't seen a single Banshee. Apparently doesn't need it. Last game, Lynn was crippled a little bit by losing that burrow. There was a chance for doing that now, but it feels like Lynn's build is online a lot earlier. So this push doesn't work that well. No level 4 either, unfortunately. And yeah, just more of the same. We're working on burrow once again. Lynn did not learn an early lesson this far. No dust is what I mean by that. Is a calm before the storm. Yes, everybody, torrents are meta now. Lynn meta.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, nice game sense. Blade Master only level 2, but what an ambush this is. The Magnetor Reaver is a scary, scary fella. Shadow Hunter level 3 with the big heal wave now. Lynn, satisfied. Got 2 kills rather quickly. Tames the Magnetor for now. And 1-0 disengages. Rather getting another camp here. Levels are looking better for Lynn a little bit. Thankfully, the Torrent has a ring of protection this time. Oh, dodges the stomp with the burrow. Brilliant. Blade Master doesn't have the levels, doesn't have the damage. Being nuked, he is surely the target that's easiest to kill. Position-wise, of course, that is. Invo Potion used means no Invo Potion on the TC. Destroyer taken out. 1-0 is suffering a little bit here. Dark Ranger very much exposed. Same for the TC, same for the Blade. A hero will fall. Caller has to be used defensively. Shadow Hunter has a mana potion. There is good sustain in Lynn. I love this mana potion at this stage of the game. Oh, and 1-0 trying to retreat with his tail tucked between the legs. It's not looking great. Lynn's heroes dominating that game, and also the special Torrent. It's so hard to control them. Blade, careful buddy. We don't have reveal. Lynn flexing, dropping items, then the potion, then picking up the items once again. Catches the DK, forced into a healing. Destroyer on the other side dispels a lot of the Spirit Link. These units are so tanky. How do you want to deal with these Orc units? Purge, of course, against Destroyer, as it always is basically undead tri-hero and nothing else left. We're just waiting for a hero kill. It's destined to happen at any point now. Lynn running out of mana. No more mana potions. And he gets the better end of the stick. But the Kodo brings a Fiend back. Destroyer suffering here once again. 1-0 getting lots of exit kills, and that's the downside. If you overstay your welcome as an Orc, it's easy to suffer. But he had another Stomp left. One coil onto the Fiend. Critical Strike counters that immediately though. And now everything is burrowed and nothing can fight. Dark Ranger presented on a silver platter. We have one coil. Will he use it offensively? Defensively? Blade Master's taking care of the army in the back. Is that enough damage? It is not. The Headhunter blocks at the perfect time and the hero focus doesn't work. Oh, Lynn. What a masterful control. The Blade Master once again. Crit level 2. Fiends healed a little bit. But is this just an all-you-can-eat buffet? Is this now just an all-you-can-eat buffet for Lynn? The control is through the roof, otherworldly, as Orcs are. But both players, man. Both players. Lynn just a tiny bit ahead. A neck-and-neck fight. We do have reveal now. Good improvement compared to that Concealed Hill game. How he keeps the Fiends alive. For the most part. But now it seems like Lynn is overwhelming. Oh, is he overwhelming? Somehow he always has a little bit of mana. Crit for 180. Careful, buddy. Lich still has an Invo Potion. He is so close to level 3. The level 2 Nova could actually change a lot. And now he got it. These guys are insane.
A player's forces are under attack.
These guys are insane. The tug of war continues. 50-50 food. Dust settles. You know when you watch Lucha Libre and they do this flippy stuff? Hurricane Rana, somersault, whatever. And then they stop at some point to the Superman landing and the entire audience claps. This is the moment to clap. But 1-0 isn't done yet. Strength of the statues. 1-0 is facing A brilliant Zora now. On the courtesy of Lynn, he finally got that red spot. This is what was contested pretty much the entire time. And the first fight was hard enough. And now there's constant passive mana regeneration on the orc side. DK far forward, oftentimes used as the bait. The Fiend micro again. Best in the world. Blade down! Oh my god! B2W rip! At what cost is the question? Oh, this is a problem. Lynn can't get him back from the tavern. Okay, but it's a clear sign of retreat. Ooh, that Coil Nova. Coil Nova out of nowhere. And again, Superman landing of the two. Back at 50 food. The entire north is up for the taking. All the fights happened in the south, so this is juicy, juicy, juicy experience for 120 now. Close to 4-4-3 is Lynn. Will Lynn allow these camps for 120? Doesn't look like it. Game sense, of course you're going creeping. Reveal. Not in time. Oh, he gets the level ups. Item. Captain America helmet for the DK. That would have been an amazing item for the blade. Fiend down. Destroyer being charged up once again. And 120 is losing a lot. He was greedy for the XP and the item. He got a lot. But Lynn got the Reaver. The Blade Master got the experience on the Reaver. And the Dark Ranger is surrounded. No coil thanks to Hex. 120 seemed on top of the world when he killed the Blade Master, but a tavern dieback into Creepjack. Again, Lynn sees light at the end of the tunnel. After, what is this, 5 minutes of brawling? He is far ahead now. Brutal punish. Brutal punish by Lynn. Maybe it was too readable. Sick. And snare dodge again. Burrow a little bit too late. A match of giants. Who crumbles first now? Dark Ranger will not reach level 3. That's a problem. No skeletons level 2. Gotta settle for the small green camp where Lynn is getting the big remainers here. No, this was camp crept before, right? Yeah. Lynn's natural is still up. Both naturals, actually. We got mirror image. We got mirror image 4th. I like that. You don't really need an extra level of Windwalk, and with mirror image you got an not get out of jail free. But it helps defensively. It's good scouting too. And Lynn is breaking up. Keep not taking any risks. Dark Ranger is back, but how to get her level 3? Tiny, tiny. Yeah, that fight might have settled it. Statue for free as well. That mirror image is really disruptive. Lynn is bringing so many new elements to this matchup. First it's the Tauren, then the Walkers, Blade Master Headhunter openers with mirror image, late mirror image. 120 has to rely on a Lynn mistake, and if whenever that's the case, you know you're in trouble. Destroyer for free. It's getting easier and easier for Lynn in these fights. Double invuln on the hero. Stomp only for 1. He's careful with the bull. Understandably so. He carries the pipe. You need the pipe. But it feels like it's just a matter of time. 17 food down. Blade under attack. 120 is fighting tooth and nails. But how long can he hold this? The damage is getting out of hand. The Headhunters can do whatever they want. The Orb of Lightning is a godsend throughout the entire game. Killing so many destroyers with that, and there's no more chance than to tap out. Lynn brings it back 3-2. He's the one with match points now. But what a game we were able to witness. just extraordinary Warcraft. It's just class. Nobody deserves to be eliminated here today. So, this looks like a similar build that we've seen on Springtime. That was rather successful. Torrent, man. It's so hard to find something against these Torrent. They're just constantly up. It felt also like they've been mostly ignored, actually. So, you just quote unquote, maneuver out of their way. Looks like quite a bit of evasion creeping, huh? Lynn will not find him. It's not the Makrura camp. We go to the shop. Lynn, a bit fooled. Wonder if he's still in time to snack something here. He is in time. No reveal. Oh, that's big. That's so much XP. That's level 2. And he gets it. Ooh, yeah. That could have been a huge win for Lynn in the early game, but it's sometimes down to just a split second. And 120 is making sure that he gets good damage in with the coil. It's close. So close. Okay. Disaster averted. Level 2 unlocked. Headhunters are coming in, spreading some damage. 120 truly no friend of the Dark Ranger, and since we know that it goes late game and it goes Tauren, maybe that is a good choice to rely on the good old Lich as a second hero and then add the Dark Ranger third. Windwalk for nothing. Zero feels confident, I think. He takes on the creep camps, knowing that the blade is here. He took a lot of damage already, using coils defensively now, and he got the dust. Slowly but steady, Lynn's headhunter position got quite good, but the double save, really? Wow, Blade Master doesn't want to move too far away. It's another coil, it's another kill. 120 is firing from all cylinders. 2.7 after 4 minutes 30. Blade Master got almost nothing. Problematic situation for Lynn. But we all know the Orc strength unfolds on tier 2 and especially tier 3. Creeping here at the same time. Multitasking, man. They really stepped it up, right? The Lyns, the Happies, the 120s. That still he didn't get. But level 3 is unlocked. Lynn on the way to tier 3, adding the Torrent Totem again rather early. It adds a lot of stability. I like that. And the damage. Feels like since orcs are using Spirit Walkers more against Night Elf, they also start to appreciate their magic damage versus ghouls. At least a little bit. It's not that you build 7 of them for the damage output. Oh my god, how can you save him? With a Hex, maybe? Only a level 1 hero, but a dead hero can't level.
The player's forces are under attack.
Lynn in the ropes. Miss Nairo, thank you for the prime.
68 going for the 100 less than 3.
Hex again to prevent the steal. Very, very, very annoying play by 120. Lynn is struggling big time this game. And it's his map pick.
A player's forces are under attack.
No, it's 120's map pick, sorry. So he's allowed to struggle. His last map pick, that is. Blade Master Shadowhunter, severely underleveled. Headhunter's getting wrecked. DK, more and more, becomes a very good right clicker. Sometimes against Night Elf buildings, now against Headhunters. And it feels like it's destined to happen. Coil Nova. I don't want to say game over, but man, that's lights out. And this is a similar situation that we've seen earlier on Concealed. Like early game, completely in 120's favor. 3-1. Blade Master almost fell before. And Lynn tried to wiggle out of that situation a little bit. Went for smaller camps, but when you fight a level 3 DK 4 minutes 30 in, that's just trouble city. Nova against security. He's still worried about last hits. And that's the extra stability that a 120 has that, for example, a Lawlight lacked yesterday in game 1 of their series vs Lynn. Where he started off well and he used Dust and he revealed the Blade Master and he controlled him well. But after like 4 minutes, that wasn't the case anymore. And then Lynn got steal. And even if it leads to nothing, at least you're safe. Great progress. So what can stop 120 now? He's lining up that destroyer timing again. Without cement, aiming for the bestiary. TC out, 2-1-1 heroes, clearly underleveled. No spike, so the ghouls can do whatever they want. TC are threatening a storm, but there's not even heal wave. There's not even heal wave. Hex! Dark Ranger! 6 save! Backstep not enough! But the little birdie of the Walker! That was the last missing damage. Well done. DR down. Is that the save though? It doesn't unlock the levels. 120 will be facing level 3 and 2 heroes. Here's the heal wave finally. And Lynn held well. Way better than anybody had any expectations of, I think. This could have broken Lynn's neck in 3 places, and there he is standing tall. Blade getting close to 3. Shout out War3 Champions, by the way, that they fixed the last hit log. It always cut off at like 6:30 or something after a certain amount of rows. Now we're blessed to see last hits at the 10-minute mark.
A player's forces are under attack.
You're all legends. Late level 3 will unlock crit level 2. Big damage, even though it's only 2 circlets. Stomp, here it is! Blade might be getting nuked here, but no silence, of course. That is a ripple effect of the Dark Ranger dying earlier. DK level 4, not the greatest level up, but movement speed is always good. More HP is always good. Won't hurt him. But Lynn's army is coming together. Lynn's levels are coming together. And how well does 120 scale? Level 2 Nova, big and necessary. But that Lynn is alive is half a miracle. And maybe not the right call to go for the bestiary. Should have been Burrows instead, maybe. But if you have the chance to prevent Kodos and Raiders, maybe you want to go for it. And you didn't risk too much with positioning to dive deep into orc bases. 1-0 is incredibly oppressive, by the way. How much experience is left on his map? Like, even if they retreat and dust settles, 1-0 can conveniently fall back and then Lynn has to move across the entire map to get something done. I feel a game 7, guys. I feel a game 7. Ooh, War 3 Champions Finals might start late today. Well, the gang's all here. 60 food. Lynn is trying to catch up. Some good destroyer shots without risking too much on Torrent. I don't really feel the impact of Torrent. Now they died. Do we have Ancestral Spirit coming back soon? Oh, maybe with that upgrade, there's a chance you can't resurrect that TC though. That one's dead. Blade Master versus DK. Who has the sharper sword and more sustain is the question. Carl Nova again. When in doubt, he gets a double kill. 1-0 forces game 7 and we go full distance. Similar to their winner bracket semifinal, where we had a best of 5 and went all the way. Now we go all the way in a best of 7.
Before Game 2 kicks off, big thanks to Rogue Energy. Whether you're grinding games or just chilling out, their sugar-free energy and hydration blends are a solid boost. Grab some at rogueenergy.com and use code B2W for 20% off. Game 2 coming up now.
With the shop first, so heavy harass. Not even outside the base, just in the base. No headhunters, no more. Feel like 1-0 got better and better at countering that throughout the series. So switching it up, I don't mind. Oh, 1-0 already preparing for Wyvern harass with the Ziggurat far in the back. Also a lesson learned from their winner bracket. Where do you start? Where do you go? I guess Lynn. Grabbing up a circlet. Is it Expo or not? No, that backfired a bit on Echo Owls. There was an off chance for 1-0 to play Expo here. It's a lot about creep routes. It's a bit of a guessing game. Educational guesses, of course. And Windwalk duration is over, so no surprise element from this Blade Harass. 1-0 knows pretty much exactly what's up. Gonna be a little stalemate. It's gonna be that last hit game again. But 1-0 comes prepared with the dust, as you should. Tension you can cut with a knife. Oh, that coil would be too late. No, he still gets it. Saves the ghoul long distance. Made it appear as if the DK isn't here, so he can't be trapped like that. Lynn gets a kill. This was smart positioning, man. Making sure that the DK is not getting blocked here. Really well done. And now we scan against him. I think there's a chance for Lynn to do anything here, but he defies Warcraft physics quite a bit. And another kill, 1.4. This was just half a level of a camp. And for both players, still so important. How do you follow this up now? Just going straight for the next one. Last series 1-0 had an incredible steal here. Might be Lynn this time. Nope. 1.7. Is this one? Oh, this one creep steal might have been enough already to prevent level 2. Oh no, it's one little poacher. And he gets it and he unlocks level 2 to the dot. Couldn't have been more precise. And Lynn didn't get much done, but he's resorting to Wyvern once again. When in doubt, go Wyvern. The torrent play is nice. Build variety is super good. But now that the entire tournament and his title is on the line, bust in the... This harassed it? Nothing?
A player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter has to do some heavy lifting with the creeping here. But he's just going aggressive. Shouldn't the Wand of Negation fix all issues here?
A player's forces are under attack.
And here's the first Wyvern. So far, no anti-air. 120 has played pretty much this style before. Did he face so many Wyvern? I don't think so. Lynn is doubling down. Tier 3 around the corner. And Venom Spears should be around the corner.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Lich with the last hit once again. 120 plays an incredibly clean Game 7. Lynn can't find an opening, really. The ghouls are still alive and super healthy. I'm not too sure if this Shadowhunter rush across the map was the right thing to do. Must have been of the opinion that he has to slow down 120. He can't catch up with normal moves.
Player's forces are under attack.
And that's where the Wyvern shine. Okay, little bit of an exclamation mark by Lynn, but in the end only one ghoul. You can't steal versus Nova. Well, with Hex you can disable that Shadow Lich, so he can't Nova. So obviously there's counterplay. And we go Gargs. I'm not too sure if this is 120's strong suit. Maybe Lynn is making good strategic decisions, banking on the Wyvern here, forcing 120 into Gargs, which then can be countered by bats. The backbone of Lynn are Wyvern. At the moment. For 120, it will be interesting to see what his third hero is. Lich in trouble. Oh, Lich in real trouble, I feel! The damage is crazy! And Lynn kills the hero out of nowhere. Blademaster level 2 finally at 60%, but he can still heal a little bit, can he not? No Nova to fear, no high level coil to fear. And I retract everything I said. Running across with the Shadowhunter was the correct move! Bat down! What is the anti-air? And how do you get this anti-air now? Oh, 120 fans, you gotta be brave. You gotta be brave. And Venom Spears is up. Another showcase for the D tier unit. Dark Ranger doesn't really help against mass air. 1-0 in the ropes. No alchemist. And for that, because of that, there's no reason for Lynn to rotate out of Wyvern. Invo potion and heal scroll for Lynn as well. He might get back-to-back grand finals if he's not making any big mistakes. Shadowhunter is healed. He gets the coil. Oh, he can't heal himself. The Invo potion stayed with the blade. Shadowhunter benched. 1-0 finds a moment. A little bit of hope. DK lives. And maybe he can go on to a killing spree now. Living on a prayer. Has to go for a potion. Both are draining lots of resources for consumables. And the creeps are helping. Troll trappers. Throwing end snares. Shadowhunter still benched for 50 seconds. Is it maybe a mistake to not get him back from the tavern? He would come back hurt and without mana, so is he really a help? Lynn got a retreat. 1-0 bouncing back with that hero kill. There was a huge shot in the arm. Still, he got to deal with Wyvern at some point. And the creeps surely in 1-0's favor as they got some kills in as well. And end snares. Still working on that level 3 DK though. This is all so late. Both players have lots to creep. This map is huge.
The player's forces are under attack.
It's a war of attrition. And it's Creepcraft now. Or do we want to brawl again? There might be a surprise coming for that Lich once again. We do have Frost Armor this time. Bat taken out. Coil as well. Destroyer can't be saved. Big Dark Ranger! Ooh! Last second.
A player's forces are under
And then we can go for the lab for an expo, maybe red spot. Shades coming. Ooh, we get spikes for safety against any ghoul pushes, but there's only 4 ghouls left. Not sure if that's even worth it. Still the question. How do you crack Wyvern? Can he just do it with Coil Nova only? Because that's basically all he got. He is trying though. Red spot indeed. Skipping orange, skipping green. Straight for the big one. It feels like Lynn learned the lesson of the winner bracket. If there's no Fiend, you don't need a TC. Get high level Blade and Shadow. Maybe he misread the game there a little bit as well last time. Flute and Katka's Gem of Hell. Nothing extraordinary, I'd say. Spell Shield would have been good. Lynn working on an expo. Not a tiny, a regular one with towers.
The player's forces are under attack.
And then it makes sense, of course, to go spikes. If you go for towers. And 1-0 was preparing for that. He had to expect it at some point. Blade Master Shadowhunter can creep a little bit. Shade sees it. Wyvern are near. Lynn now knows that there's a Shade somewhere. Ooh, I feel like I've seen this before. Counter Expo. Oh, we're going long, boys. Warlow! Thank you for the 30 month.
player's
Double
forces are
flute.
under attack.
Unfortunately doesn't stack. It sees the expo, sees it's at 2/3. I doubt that he can stop it anymore. Both play a economically conservative game, not building big armies, investing in items, upgrades, expos.
A player's
1-0
forces
of
are
the
under
opinion
attack.
that he can still do something about the Great Hall. Then it's in position though. There's nothing he can gain here really. Except Lynn is making positioning mistakes. And as long as 1-0 is sieging here, Lynn can't go across the map to break the Undead Expo. $49 food, 6 Wyvern. 240 damage per volley without poison. Every misstep could cost you big time. One tower down. It is a lot of time. Oh, we engage now. Nova. Can the bats connect is the question. Speed scroll. Okay. Here's one bat, two bats. That took a lot of air away. Oh, 1-0. Do you really want to fight here when your expo is just up? Huge losses. With the statue as well and the Blade Master. He has an Orb of Lightning. Oh, you know he wants this destroyer. Where's the purge? We're waiting for it. All the Wyvern clumped up. And a grand save over the trees, but the statues can't be healed. It is a war of attrition. It's seriously... 1-0 is only fighting with his heroes. With the Coil Nova. And he took care of a lot of Wyvern. Still an even game. That's the downside of bats, of course. They do damage and disappear. Lich making sure that Blade Master can't do anything here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Destroyer saved for now. 4-3-3. Wyvern don't give that much XP anymore. Biggest downside for Undead this patch, I guess. Hero's not out of control yet. But my god. DK Lich Dark Ranger. Backbone. Backbone of 1-0. One mistake of any player and it's over. 1-0 is filthy rich. He pulled so many ghouls that he doesn't have lumber, by the way. He can't really rebuild at the moment. Oh, this is just better resource management by Lynn, I would say. He also 1,000 gold, but he can go into anything at any point. Destroyer, purge, kill, easy. And if you trade Wyvern for a Destro, clearly in favor of the Orc. Zero needs a lot of lumber. There's a Narup. Was that the fight that Lynn needed to close it out? Acolytes will suffer. 1-0 getting ready. He can disengage with ease, I think. Or Shadow. Not enough damage. Not enough damage. No Nova. Double crit gargoyles now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Doesn't he has one armor upgrade. Should surely work on more, but also for that you need lumber. There's still a red spot upper left. There's still a golem. Blade Master harassing, trying to get an echo lead. Now finding the right army mix is an issue. TC coming in. He never rebuilt any towers. But he also doesn't have ghouls. So there's not the craziest threat. Lynn started production. That's important. Only one bat. Only one bat is bad. Wafa, thank you for the 2 years.
A player's forces are under attack.
2 years.
Big murder, lots of skeleton, 120 finds. Fine time to do echo damage, same on the other side. Trading blows. Lynn needs time for bats. Blade close to 5. Never underestimate this hero. I think the Garg switch came just right in time. Lynn never built a barrack, so he can't switch into headhunters easily. Lynn needs item. Ooh. Stomp is of course nonsensical. Might actually go into wave. Sobi mask for an SH, nice. Lynn has a lot of items. What does the rest of the better items? And we push again. But yeah, damage items are necessary. Big red numbers are necessary. And big bad detonates are necessary. Switch to Raiders for control. Otherwise, the Coil Nova games can go on forever. Coil Nova retreat. Coil Nova retreat. If you have... I mean, you can do something with Hex, but it costs you a lot. So Raiders are a good mix in this late game. Spell Shield on the ground. Can't pick it up. Little bit of a bait. Still on the ground. Ooh, the bats! Can't follow it up on the Destro though. Is that the position you want? Lynn has a Scroll of the Beast. Little bit of Dispel. Blade level 5. We still have Gargs here though. Never air superiority, and Lynn needs more bats now. That also means, of course, that 120 is not getting that much XP from this. But yeah, the bats are missing. That's bad. That's so bad. Wyvern are falling left and right. Destroyer still in the air. Another Coil Nova heal wave clutch. But now he takes out. There's so much mana. Still, Destroyers are falling. That's 10 food for 120 gone. Neck and neck fight. Who has the better heroes? That Hughes. Out of the fight. Another Wyvern taken out. Man, the air has completely disappeared. They both are neutralizing each other on the ground and in the air. Thank you for the 7 month. Lich and Snare. Stomp. Crit. Can he get this done? Can the Blade Master take care of this? Or will 120 go into his first grand final in a long time? Expo still running on both sides. Dark Ranger threatened. But we still have that mana. There's always mana. There's always mana potions as well. Can we make the grand final a triple threat maybe? Just to reward them for this show. Who has the better late game? Stomp. Always be careful of that Coil Nova. Who loses the first hero loses the game. Very sure. 244 crit without any damage boost. TC gets healing. Invul on the Lich. Can't go through. Coil Nova. Not even a Nova. Just the coil. The TC dies before level 3. Is that the nail in the coffin and 120's way to glory? Or at least to the grand final? Thankfully for Lynn, it's only level 2. But he gotta retreat and he gotta recover. Shadow close to 5, but he didn't really make it to 5. Oh, it's a relatively easy read here. Do you want to fight under the towers? Absolutely not. Shadowhunter has to TP rather quickly. He wanted level 5 so bad, but he couldn't get it, could he? One last hit. And you're right, Finrod. The TC died with an invul. That is unacceptable in a game 7. It is unacceptable. You have a lot of things to do in these fights, but dying with an invul potion is a grave mistake. We criticize the Night Elves for it, and we have to criticize everyone for it. Taking care of business now is the blade. Main base is empty. We see a rare Banshee transition for Curse. Anti-magic shell also protects from poison. Next. Lynn is mining. 1-0 only limited. Lynn has the bigger army again. And when it comes to... Oh, Shadowhunter got level 5. But the blade is missing. He has a staff, trying to retreat. Now we're here. When it comes to ultimates, Lynn has phenomenal base raise ultimates.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tiny Great Hall by Lynn. Wow. He played this very greedy. Blade is back. The way to win on Echo Owls was economy harass and base race. Maybe it's saving him the series. Whatever it takes. Imagine this Blade Master with a proper inventory. Expo up. What do you want to call it? 1.5 base, 2 base? 8 miners versus 10.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Is he sacking the north? Blade clearly has this vision of getting level 6. He's getting like similar to a warden. Getting threatened here. And we trade bases, huh? No TP on Lynn. The shades should have seen the bottom left, I'm pretty sure. Also, towers, experience. This is all experience.
Player's forces are under attack.
And so far, a fair 1-to-1 trade. Who does this benefit? DK level 5. Lich, not yet. Spell shield against Hex can be big. But yeah, essentially 1-for-1 trade. Blade Scouts, he knows something's up. You didn't TP? You have a backup? Okay, let's figure out where and how. Lynn has still no TP. Staff is ready though. This is the defense squad. And the Blade sees it coming. He also saw the Banshee now if he was looking. Banshee is scary. There's no Dispel. There's no mirror image. How do you respond 1-0? You can't really give up. There's no Necropolis here. How much time can he stall? Then moving to the right hand side. Are they both sacking their income? This is level 6. Oh, maybe not.
Player's forces are under attack.
Lynn seems out of position. This base will fall. It's very likely that this is level 5 on the Lich as well. An epic series comes to an end. Soon TM. Shade again, so valuable. Level 6. Blade Storm up. One of the best base race ultimates. 1-0, willing to defend. He's 10 foot down. It's not level 6, a level 5 ledge. 6-5-3. Different circumstances than before in these fights. Stomp level 2, Heal Wave level 3, Blade Storm. Doesn't affect air. Reinforcements. 8 supply cut here. Oh, are we going for the Fiends with the Blade Storm? This might be. TC, he has an invul. You gotta use it. You gotta use it. He does. Connects. Okay. Still so many Wyvern, but they're all cursed. This might be the final battle of the series. Who goes up against Happy in the grand final? Where's the healing? Massive stomp. Waiting for the Blade Storm. Not using it yet. Curse everywhere. The TC faults again. No heal wave available, but 1-0. What's left? What's left? The heroes, of course. Blade Storm it is. I see limited connections. The Dark Ranger is down. Still, oh my god, Nova big time on these air units. Hex on the DK. He gets purged. He got a potion. Is the damage enough? Call Nova. Hero battle. Which sword is sharper? Hex. Oh my god, invul. He needs a crit. Backstab. DK lives, but not for long. Trying with the counter kill. Shadow Hunter invuln as well. The drinks keep Lynn alive. Blade Master with the healing as well, and 1-0. Unreal. 2 chances to go for the grand final. And he loses 3-4 to Happy. And 3-4 to Lynn. This is unrecoverable. War Chief versus Emperor is your grand final. Holy shit. Holy shit. 5-star Warcraft on display. It doesn't get better. It doesn't get more even. Thrill Seeker series. Give these guys an Oscar for a drama in 7 acts. And 1-0 is the tragic hero of this tournament. While Lynn prevailed with the clutch plays, he wasn't as dominant as he was yesterday and the day before. No, but he gets his revenge over 1-0, who defeated him 3-2 before in the upper bracket. Now, the final map goes to him. What a legend. But 1-0, man, you can't help but feel bad for him. The crazy rise in this tournament back to the top of the scene. And then you got 2 chances for the grand final. You play against the best in the world. Against Happy, he has 2 match points and couldn't close it out. And against Lynn, he got a match point 0 in game 7 and he can't close it out. In Super League, look out for the guy called 1-2-0. In B Cup, we get the rematch of the last grand final. It's Happy and Lynn, the pinnacle of Undead and the pinnacle of Orcs, to determine the championship.